couldn't see it. My thumb was on.
Sam, you're pitching.
I'll take it. Oh, Coach, yeah, I got it. So this one's kind of hard to read, but it's there.
That's right.
You got it. Go get a minute, warm up.
Man, I'm proud of you guys. No new Eagles fans. Last year, every game.
Let's go, let's go.
Make sure you have some fun. Make sure you get plenty of water.
I looked it up last night. And on
Oh, dude, this feels super good, bro. Yeah, it's good. This shade is nice. This is solid. What does net mark mean?
Let's go. Go, bounce where you're getting. All right, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Hey, lift the longer.
Should I not have this mic?
Outfield.
Put it on. Check. One. Okay. There's a delay, but
It's great. We've been working on this for several years to get to this point, and actually last year Phenix City knocked us out of the U9 in the championship game. So kids came back more determined than ever to make it to the World Series this year, and they did a tremendous job. And so we're here, and we couldn't be more proud of the parents, coaches. It's great. We've been working on this for several years to get to this point, and actually last year Phenix City knocked us out of the It's great. We've been working on this for several years to get to this point, and actually last year Phenix City knocked us out of the U9 in the championship game. So kids came back more determined than ever to make it to the World Series this year, and they did a tremendous job. And so we're here, and we couldn't be more proud of the parents, coaches, the community, support, and absolutely the kids. It's the World Series, so it's 16 teams. You know, anything can go. Pitching's going to have a lot to do with it. We have a lot of good pitching, but once again, you're playing. This is the cream of the crop, elite throughout the whole country. So you know, it's up to the boys. You know, we can only get them so far, like we tell them, and then they got to take it the rest of the way. You know, this group of kids have been playing together about 3 years, so they're a tight-knit group. They play hard together. They are always together playing. If it's not baseball, they're in the pool playing wiffle ball, chasing rabbits. I mean, they're just, you know. They don't have a lot of obstacles. I mean, on the field, you know, if the game don't go their way, you know, they can get down a little bit, but they usually bounce back pretty well. You know, they've been playing a good bit of competitive baseball for the last 2 to 3 years.
We're proud of them. We're proud of, you know, kids, parents, coaches, everybody. Everybody's put in a lot of work. It's been hot. Of course, it's been hot here. You know how it is. So, I mean, everybody's ready to do work and win the whole thing. That's what we're here for.
These boys have finished their all-star season through this World Series 28-0, and that came from a lot of behind tournaments. They came from behind, worked hard together. So as a team, they played hard, and that was the funnest thing in the regional tournament, is watching these kids actually fight for what they deserved to win, and they did in the end. Last year All-Star team, and 11 of these kids are returners from last year's All-Star team, and they dominated their opponents. This year we went out and got harder teams to play, and so some of those teams actually were very, very difficult, and we had to battle behind. And this team grew as 12 young men versus 12 individuals. You know, it's easy to get wrapped up into all this stuff. It's a great experience for these young men. One of the top teams in the country. Coming a long way from Washington State, but it's simple baseball, 10-year-old baseball. Play it. Well, simply put, they represent the Pacific Northwest, and I know that's not the answer you're looking for, but you know, these kids have worked so hard to get here. Like Coach McClure said, develop the friendships, and the parents have been a tremendous benefit to us. These families have put. All these families throughout the entire term have put a lot on the line, not just cost, but the time involved with each one of these young boys. And, you know, so I'm just thankful that they're down here and playing in the World Series. We haven't been a lot. You know, we flew in, we went right to our hotel, and I think everyone fell asleep. So we haven't been able to see much of Alabama so far.
If you haven't visited Kramer's Sports Bar and Grill in Phenix City, why wait any longer? Food and fun for the whole family. Take a walk on the wild side. Kramer's is your only local spot for exotic dishes such as venison sliders, frog legs, calamari, gator platter, and so much more. Of course, Kramer's delicious burgers and wings can tame anyone's appetite. Kramer's has a spacious back patio for outdoor dining. Kramer's is only 3 miles from uptown Columbus on 431 South.
Look for the big white rooster.
Hey Tide fans, I'm Sean Taylor, your host of Tide Talk, and I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some Alabama football. Season 2 of Tide Talk will deal with some serious questions swirling around the Alabama Crimson Tide program. Will the Tide regain the crown as the king of college football? Can Coach Saban do what he does best and have the boys in crimson and white remotivated and refocused? So being a guest will have the answer to all those questions and much more right here each week on Channel 7 and 207 and Season 2 of Tide Talk. Roll Tide.
If you haven't visited Kramer's Sports Bar and Grill in Phenix City, why wait any longer? Food and fun for the whole family. Take a walk on the wild side. Kramer's is your only local spot for exotic dishes such as venison sliders, frog legs, calamari, gator platter, and so much more. Of course, Kramer's delicious burgers and wings can tame anyone's appetite. Kramer's has a spacious back patio for outdoor dining. Kramer's is only 3 miles from uptown Columbus on 431 South.
Look for the big white rooster.
Cody Pickler. Number 27, Jackson McCree. Number 21, Stephen Holland. Number 18, Brody Myatt. Number 9, Cooper Thornton. Number 12, Tyler Moses. Number 8, Blake Wood. Number 1, Xavier Thompson. Number 10, Hayes Lancaster. Number 34, Holt Shelton. Number 28, Jack Martin. In coaches, Elton Reed, Gary Lee, Ryan Kennedy, and Scotty Mike.
Let's go, boys.
And now, the starting lineup for the Pacific Northwest Regional winner. Number 12, Nicholas Wade. Number 14, Peyton Platt. Number 2, Reese McClure. Number 22, Sebastian Niguez. Number 11, Karen Curtis. Number 35, Ryan Wade. Number 17, Brent Wood.
Can we stay and watch the game for a minute?
Number 3, Sam Crowther. Number 7, Dallas Doherty. Number 24, Gav Stenhauser. Number 4, Clayton Taylor. Number 9, Bradley Parker. And coaches for Pacific Northwest are Trevor Curtis, Timothy Doherty, and Eric McClure, with manager Andrew Wade. We'll take a second to introduce the bat boy for the Southwest team, Sawyer Moss. And now I'm going to invite Nicholas Wade to come up and recite the sportsmanship oath.
You gonna go to what practice? I'll tell you what. Let's go to what practice.
Thank you, Nick. And now, if you would please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Phoenix play ball.
Welcome into Game 1 of the Cal Ripken Little League World Series U10 between Southwest and Pacific Northwest. Hello, everybody. Jared. Fifth, the right fielder, Cody Pickford. Sixth, first baseman, Jackson McCree. Seventh will be Stephen Bowler. Eighth, Brody Mayett in left field. And ninth, Cooper Thornton in center field. And playing shortstop today will be Kyler Mosley. That'll be your starting lineup for Southwest. On the mound for Pacific Northwest will be Sam Crowther, number 3. Backing him up in the defense at first base will be Nicholas Wade. Second base, Taryn Curtis. At shortstop, Reese McClure. At third base, Sebastian Ingles. In right field will be Dallas Doherty. Center field, Caden Pratt. And in left field will be Brent Woods. As Crowther gets ready to go.
Go.
Nice, beautiful day here in Phenix
This
City,
tripod's
Alabama.
so sticky since it's new.
As for teams such as Pacific Northwest, hailing all the way from Washington, from the Kennewick American Youth Cal Ripken League, asking Coach yesterday how the weather was treating them. It's different, but they're going to stay hydrated and overcome any heat that may happen. Make sure the players stay nice, well, and hydrated, no cramps, and do their best to keep them all healthy. Now, for Southwest, coming from Meridian, Mississippi, kind of the same old that they're used to, as we are just about ready to get the show on the road. As Ron Riley will be coming up, getting a little bit of encouragement from his coach. He just had to approach this first pitcher. Crowther, in the first couple of pitches here in the warm-up, showing a little bit of speed and a little bit of movement on his pitches.
Are you clear? Are you good right here if I'm here?
Both teams looking pretty good here in the warm-up. Southwest got here real early in the morning, stretching and just warming up for this big moment for both teams.
No, I'm on the wrong one, babe. No, I'm not. Why do you say that?
As Rowan Riley coming up to bat first, and the first pitch is up high for a ball.
Oh, yeah, Riley. I don't know.
Next pitch is on the outside, but it catches strike zone for strike number 1. Next pitch by Crowther. It's down low for a ball. Riley looking to seem to put down a small little bunt and try to get over to first on a bunt and run. Next pitch on the outside, so the count is now 3-1, and Crowther in danger of walking the first batter. Next pitch by Crowther. A bump put down. Crowther comes up, tries to field it, but Riley will make it to first on a bunt single.
2, Lee.
Coming up now is Jake Lee, the catcher. First pitch, a swing and a miss for strike one. Riley on first after a bunt single. And the steal attempt is good, as Riley will make it over to second on the steal. Count is 1-1. And Lee with a runner in scoring position, looking to bring him around here in the first inning. Lee's gonna put down a bunt, but it will go foul. With a count 1-2. Love to see Lee protect the plate by any means necessary. A swing and a miss for the first strikeout of the game for Crowther, and Lee goes down. Up next is the pitcher, Sullivan Reed. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. Reed looking to bring home Riley, who got the first on a bunt and stole second base. And with Reed, getting Riley home will definitely help him when he's on the mound. The next pitch, we fouled off to the right side. And Reed quickly finds him in the hole, 0-2. A 0-2 deficit. And the next pitch will get away from the catcher. And Riley will get to third. Rounds third, looks for it, but instead will stay. So, Reed at the plate, count 1-2. Riley bunting to get to first, stealing second, and then getting to third on a pass ball. Next pitch to Reed, he'll pop that one up to the right side. That one will fall foul as well. Reed looking to drive in Riley. The next pitch will be hit between the gap between left field, and Riley will come home to score, and that is an RBI single for Reed.
Now batting, number 31, Kennedy.
And with that, Southwest leads 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. The first pitch is down low and bounces, and Reed will take second base on that errant pitch. So Reed now at second, and it's Rylan Kennedy, the third baseman, up to bat. Next pitch, catches the outside for strike one. Count 1-1 with one out. Next pitch is down low for a ball to Kennedy. Next pitch will be fouled off to the backstop, and the count quickly becomes 2-2 with one out. Reed on second. Southwest leading 1-0. Referee calls time. Kennedy takes a few practice swings, and he is back in the box, ready to go, ready to drive in his pitcher on second base. Next pitch, breaking ball down low on the outside, and it is a full count. Full count with one out. Southwest leads 1-0. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and that is the second strikeout of the inning for Crowther, and he is one out away from getting out of this jam.
Now batting 32, Pickford.
Up next is now the right fielder, Cody Pickford. First pitch on the outside for strike one. Crowther already throwing 21 pitches in this inning. Next pitch on the outside for a ball. One count. That'll be fouled off to the backstop. 1-2 with 2 outs. And Reed on second. And Crowther, who's had a little bit of a tough time here in the first inning, looking to get out with 3 strikeouts. It won't be right there. It'll be fouled off to the backstop again. And once this half inning is over, Reed, who is currently on second base, will head to the mound. And looks to defend his 1-0 lead. Next pitch. It's down low, gets away from the catcher, and Reed will go from second to third. This will be the 26th pitch of the inning. It'll be fouled off to the right side. So Crowther battling Pickford here with 2 outs. And 2 balls and 2 strikes on the scoreboard. Pickford looking to extend that lead. Next pitch, we're driven into left field, and that will bring in Reed. Digging for second base, and now reach there standing up. And Cody Pickford with a big RBI double.
Now batting number 27, McCree.
Now up next will be the first baseman in Jackson McCree. As Pickford drew that ball into left field, and Woods had trouble digging it out of the corner. And Pickford into second standing up. Next pitch. That one will be popped over to second base, and it'll be over the second baseman's head. And Pickford rounds third, slides in, he is safe. And now McCree is in a rundown. He's out, but not before driving in a run. And Southwest leads 3-0 here as we head to the bottom of the first inning. We'll keep it here to give you the starting lineup for Pacific Northwest.
Let's go, guys! 3 up! 3 up! 3 up! Let's go, Meridian!
For Pacific Northwest, batting first will be number 12, Nicholas Wade, the first baseman. Batting second will be Caden Pratt, the center fielder. Batting third, the shortstop Reese McClure. Batting fourth, the third baseman Sebastian Iniguez. Batting fifth, the second baseman Taryn Curtis. Batting sixth, the catcher Ryan Wade. Batting seventh, the left fielder Bren Woods. Batting eighth, the pitcher Sam Crowther. And batting ninth, the right fielder Dallas Doherty.
First up the bat, number 12, Wade.
In that first inning, it was 4 hits, 3 runs for Southwest. All started off by Reed with a bunt single. And then it was Reed, Pickford, and McCree all driving in runs on RBIs. And that is how we reach here the bottom of the first inning. Warming up on the mound for Southwest is Sullivan Reed. Reed was part of that rally to get the 3 runs across. And now with a lead in his grasp, he'll be looking to keep that and protect it all throughout this game. But there's nothing more you can ask for out of your team than a 3-run lead as you head to the mound in the bottom of the first. The first inning. And Nicholas Wade will look to start that off here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting, number 12, Wade.
Wade steps in, and here comes the first pitch from Reed. Shows bunt, pulls back, but it's down the middle for strike one. Next pitch by Reed will be fouled off to the left side, and Wade found himself in the hole early, 0-2.
Pitch or am I after pitch?
0-2 count. Be fouled off to the backstop as Wade stays alive.
Or both? I don't want to hear that. What am I?
Next pitch to Wade on the outside, nice high by Wade for ball one. Wade will hit that one and it will fall foul just barely over in left field. And Myatt was running that one down. So a blooper over to left field just misses the line. Next pitch is up high for ball two. Two and two count. Wade will foul that one off to the backstop. And this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat as the Pacific Northwest fans encouraging Wade and telling him to keep battling. Next pitch, way on the outside, but a great job by the catcher to scoop that one out of the air. And Wade went down 0-2 in the count early, has now battled back to a full count. Next pitch, and that would be a leadoff walk for Nicholas Wade.
Next up to bat is number 14, Pratt.
Caden Pratt up next is center fielder for Pacific Northwest. As the catcher coming out to talk to Reed. Giving him some encouragement. And here we go. Pratt will step into the batter's box. First pitch, up high for ball one.
Now batting 14, Pratt.
Next pitch will be fouled off to the backstop. 1-1 count with Wade at first on a leadoff walk. Southwest currently leading Pacific Northwest 3-0 here in game one of the Cal Ripken Little League World Series U10. Next pitch fouled off to the backstop again. The count is quickly 1-2. One and two count. Up high for a ball. The pickoff attempt to first. And Wade is back safely. Nice throw to first by Lee. Showing how versatile of a catcher that he is. And here comes the next pitch by Reed on a 2-2 count, looking for his first out of the inning. But Pratt's going to call time. Big moment for Pacific Northwest as a walk or a hit can put a runner in scoring position and get some much needed runs. Next pitch, a swing and a miss for the first out of the inning, and it's the first strikeout for Sullivan Reed. Up next, it's the shortstop, Reese McClure. First pitch, the hit straight into center field, but that would be an easy out. And throw to first, and that is a double play. So McClure flies out to center field, and a great job by Thornton in center field to throw it over to first for the double play. That'll do it for the first inning here, as we're going to head to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more Little League World Series baseball here on CTVBeam and YouTube Live.
If you haven't visited Kramer's Sports Bar and Grill in Phenix City, why wait any longer? Food and fun for the whole family. Take a walk on the wild side. Kramer's is your only local spot for exotic dishes such as venison sliders, frog legs, calamari, gator platter, and so much more. Of course, Kramer's delicious burgers and wings can tame anyone's appetite. Kramer's has a spacious back patio for outdoor dining. Kramer's is only 3 miles from uptown Columbus on 431 South.
Look for the big white rooster.
Welcome back to Phenix City, Alabama for the Cal Ripken Little League World Series U10 as Southwest leads Pacific Northwest 3-0 as we head to the top of the second inning.
For our boys to be able to come here to Phenix City.
Back up in the pitcher's mound will be Sam Crowther. They had a tough time in the first inning. Southwest had 4 hits and 3 runs across, 3 players each scoring an RBI. Reed, Pickford, and McCree.
So many talented ball players and organizations from all over the country, and specifically from the Southeast. There's some
due up for Southwest will be Bowler, Maya, and Thornton. Thornton
really special. And
got a big double play to end the bottom of the first inning.
So on the back of our practice jerseys, our boys have 4 words that we live by, right? What are they, coaches?
Virtuosity.
Virtuosity means doing the common thing in an uncommon way.
Next up to bat, number 21, Bowler.
Thank you. These are those balls. Thank you so much. All right. We got it. We gotta have somebody near us that's like a runner.
Crowther thrown 28 pitches in the first inning, 18 of those going for strikes. First pitch catches the outside of the strike zone for strike 1 to Bowler. Next pitch will be popped up. It's going to fall out of play. It will. And Bowler in the hole 0-2 early in the second inning.
Let's go, Bowler!
Crowther looking to pick up his 3rd strikeout of the day. Won't be right there. That one's down low for ball 1.
They told me how to pronounce that one.
Next pitch be fouled off to the right side. And the count stays at 1-2. An update over on the other field. California and Connecticut. Connecticut leads 1-0 as Southwest leads 3-0 over here in the second inning.
Yeah, they do.
Next pitch we fouled off to the right side as well. And Bowler staying alive and battling hard as the leadoff batter in the second inning.
They are, and I need to know that too. We need a runner here.
Next pitch is down low for ball 2.
You know, they're asking us for things and nobody's around to get umpire water. They were trying to hand me something off the field. I can't do everything. And
Next pitch, that one will be popped in the infield, and Crowther not able to get that one. And Bowler will make it to first on an unusual play. Bowler got jammed, and the ball popped in between Crowther and Iniguez.
Number 18.
However, neither one of them were able to come up with it.
Mayette.
I know, right? And then I'm the same way.
First pitch down low for ball 1. Just like how Riley got on the first to lead off the first inning. Bowler reaches first. A little bit of a weird play. The next pitch misses for ball 2. Next pitch misses up high for ball 3. And Mayat will definitely be looking at this one with a 3-0 count with no outs. Bowler on first. Next pitch down the middle for strike 1. As Southwest is once again, the next pitch in there for strike 2. Southwest once again threatening to score and bring some more runs across the plate, already leading 3-0.
Yes, we're going to do that.
Next pitch, we hit over to Curtis, throw over to second, first out. Not able to get 2, but they do get the lead runner in Bowler. So Curtis to McClure for the first out of the inning.
Next up to bat, number 9, Thornton.
Cooper Thornton up next for Southwest.
Okay.
He tried to lay down a bump, but that one's going to go foul. Thornton's going to try to move Mayat over to second, so Kyler Mosley can work its magic and try to bring in another run and some insurance for Reed, who is going back to the mound in the bottom of the second inning. Thornton tries to put down another bump, but that one's also going to fall foul again, and he's quickly down 0-2. Next pitch is swing and a miss, and it'll be another strikeout for Crowther.
Next up to bat, number
After
12,
giving up the
Mosley.
leadoff batter here in the second inning, a fielder's choice and a strikeout, and Crowther's just 1 out away, getting through a clean slate here in the second inning. First pitch way on the outside, Away doing a good job of coming up with that one. Next pitch on the outside again for ball 2. Kyler Mosley up the bat. The last batter who has not seen Crowther today, as Owen Riley will be coming up to bat next. Next pitch is way on the outside on an errant pitch right there, and Mayette will be over to second on the errant pitch. As the manager for Pacific is out. And talking to the pitcher, just giving him a little bit of encouragement. Trying to coach him through this situation. Got a runner on second and a 3-0 count. It's important to note that this will be pitch number 48 for Crowther. Showing bunt pulls back. And no matter, that would be ball number 4. And Mosley is on first.
And I'm going to show you how to do the opening ceremonies. I'm about to with you. You just stay with me.
Coming up to bat, we have Rowan Riley, who singled in the first inning.
How's everything going, game changer?
Good.
The next pitch is down low, and runners are moving. Runners move. Mayette now at third, and Mosley to second. So now, 2 runners in scoring position for Riley. Singled his first time up, and now he's looking to do some damage here the second time up. Next pitch is up high for ball 2. That was pitch number 50 for Crowther. And only in the second inning. Riley steps out and he's getting a call from his manager. It's a 2-0 count with 2 outs. That one's down low for ball 3. Crowther having a tough time finding the strike zone. Next pitch is in there for strike 1.
Go ahead, baby. 3-1.
3-1 count. Pulls back, and that'll be ball 4. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs in the top of the second inning.
Now to bat, number 2, Lee.
Jake Lee will be the next batter up for Southwest. And what perfect way to come up after striking out in the first inning with bases loaded in the second inning. Lee first swing, foul tipped for strike 1. With bases loaded, Mad at third, Mosley second, Riley at first. Lee looking to drive in runs with Southwest already leading 3-0 in the top of the second inning. Next pitch will be driven and is right over the shortstop's head as 1 run comes across, another, and Riley rounding third, and it's going to be a stand-up double, and 3 RBIs come across the plate, and Southwest has blown the gate open on Pacific Northwest here in the top of the second inning. Jake Lee with a 3 RBI stand-up double.
Now to bat, number 17, Reed.
First pitch will be fouled off to the right side. And Reed, smile on his face with a 6-run lead, 6-0 Southwest leads in the top of the second inning, as he'll take a hack at that one, and that one will fall foul as well. Reed trying to bring in Lee on second base. The catcher who drove in 3 runs. That stand-up double. As he'll hit that one over to left field, and a great diving catch by Woods. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before Southwest puts 3 on the board. And we'll head to the bottom of the second inning, and we'll keep it here, as coming up next will be Pacific Northwest, who went down 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. The first inning with a fly-out double play. Reese McClure and Nicholas Wade picked off at first. With a 6-0 lead. It's also important to note the mercy rule. By the 5th inning, if a team is leading by 10 runs or more, they do call the game. So Pacific Northwest not only looking to battle back, however, they're also trying to make sure that they can at least keep Southwest under that 10 rule barrier. As for Southwest, 3 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second, 6 runs, 6 hits. And they've done an amazing job, as Reed is coming up next through a 1-inning pitch, giving up no runs, no hits, only 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. For Crowther, he's been through a lot with 58 total pitches, 35 of those going for strikes. And through 2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. As Reed's warming up to get ready for the bottom of the second inning. And for Pacific Northwest, definitely a tough time for them in the bottom of the second. A long trip and a lot of festivities yesterday. And a lot of them just want to get started and playing some baseball, and quickly they find themselves in a very unfavorable position. For Pacific Northwest, best way is to keep playing the small ball. And try to get as many runs across as possible. Third baseman Sebastian Iniguez be coming up to bat.
Sorry, Iniguez, number 22, Iniguez.
Let's go, 3 out! 3 out! 3 down! Let's go, Southwest!
First pitch on the outside for ball 1. An update on the California-Connecticut game that's going on right beside us, however, is not being broadcasted today. At the next pitch, Iniguez gets that one over to left field, and that one will fall for a single.
Now up to bat,
leadoff single.
number 11, Curtis.
And Taryn Curtis is coming up to bat next. As the first pitch I read, down low for a ball. And Iniguez will take second. Continuing that update over between California and Connecticut over on field 2. However, that game is not being broadcasted. Connecticut leads California 6-0. Next pitch is in there for a strike. So California and Connecticut both making long treks down to Phenix City, Alabama. Next pitch on the outside for a ball. And Connecticut quickly up 6-0 on California. Southwest up 6-0 on Pacific Northwest here. Next pitch on the outside for another ball. It counts now 3-1. Coming up here on field 1, North Carolina taking on Middle Atlantic. That game will be broadcasted here on YouTube Live and CTVBeam. Ohio Valley Pacific Southwest will not be broadcasted. However, we'll be giving you updates during the other game as it goes on. The next pitch on the outside for ball 4. And Curtis will take his base.
Now to bat, number 35, Wade.
The catcher Ryan Wade is up next for the runner on first and second. First pitch, final strike zone for strike 1. Next pitch is down low for ball 1. That will be booped over to second base for the first out of the inning. So Wade pops out
number 17,
to second base.
Woods.
First pitch on the outside for strike 1. End of the inning over on field 2. Connecticut still leads California 6-0 as that game continues to roll on. Next pitch misses for ball 1. And Pacific Northwest also down 6-0 on this side. Looking to get a couple runs across the plate. Next pitch hits the strike zone for strike 2. Left fielder Bryn Woods is up to bat. As Reed looking to get the second out of the inning. Won't get it there. That'll be ball 2 on the outside. Next pitch on the outside for ball 3. And Lee making sure to check all runners and make sure they don't advance. That won't be fouled off to the right side. And the pitcher Crowther standing in, warming up on the right side. Thankfully got out of the way of that one. Runners on first and second, the next pitch. Hopped up to the right side with a leaf play, just barely does. And the count stays full at 3-2.
It didn't until late, but we got it now. Thank you.
Three and 2 count, next pitch. Foul off to the backstop again. Woods doing a great job staying alive. bring a couple of runs across the board. Next pitch, down low for ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 1 out in the inning.
Now up to bat, number 3, Crawford.
Fans getting rowdy, understanding the situation, and who better to face a bases loaded situation than pitcher himself, Sam Crowther. First pitch on the strike zone for strike 1. Crowther's definitely had a tough time on the mound, but can definitely make up for it for himself. But a nice base hit right here. Next pitch up high, Crowther lays off of that one for ball 1. A big base hit can definitely turn the momentum of this game, as Pacific Northwest has definitely found some momentum. Next pitch on the outside gets away from the catcher, but the runners will stay and not going to take a chance on that pass ball situation. Two-one count. Reed's next pitch. Crowther a swing and a miss, a big swing, and the count is now 2-2. Dallas Doherty will be up next, the last batter in the lineup for Pacific Northwest. That one's going to get by the catcher, and Minguez coming from third, slides in and he's safe. So pass ball situation brings the runner from third home, and just like that, Pacific Northwest is on the board. Runners now on second and third with 1 out in Southwest. Run is chipped down to 5, but Pacific Northwest is trying to stay in it. Break in play as both teams taking a little bit of a needed break. It's warm down here in Phenix City, Alabama, as Crowther steps back into the box and he's ready to go. 3-2 count. Still gonna miss for a strikeout, and Crowther goes down.
Up next, number 9. Oh, I'm sorry. Number 7, Doherty.
Dallas Doherty is up next, the right fielder. We're running on second and third. First pitch gets away from the catcher. Doesn't get too far. Runners will stay put. Curtis on third, Woods on second. Doherty up to bat. That was pitch number 40 for Reed. Next pitch down low for ball 2. Count. Find the strike zone for strike 1.
What do you think? Your mom have one of those for you? I think they're cute, but it is real funny.
Doherty up 2-1 in the count, trying to bring some runners home. Now will be fouled off to the right side, and the count becomes 2-2, 2 outs, as Southwest leads 6-1 in the bottom of the second inning. Next pitch, down low for ball 3. So it's a full count, 2 outs, with runners on second and third. And the last batter in the lineup for Pacific Northwest. And Doherty looking to get on base to bring up Nicholas Wade. who walked his first time up. Next pitch got him looking for the third out of the inning. Doherty goes down, and Southwest leads Pacific Northwest 6-1 as we head to the top of the third inning. With that, we'll head to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have more Cal Ripken World Series Baseball here on CTVBeam and YouTube Live.
Alright, I'm gonna go to purple. I'm gonna go to purple.
Welcome back to Phenix City, Alabama for the Cal Ripken Little League World Series U10 as Southwest leads Pacific Northwest 6-1 as we head to the top of the third inning. Hello everybody, Jared Dillard here on the broadcast. Top of the third inning here. An update for California and Connecticut. They are in the top of the fourth inning. That game not being broadcasted. We'll give you a live update in the top of the fourth inning. California is still down 6-0. However, they do have a runner on first with 2 outs. So California trying to battle back, but still facing that 6-0 deficit. Southwest up 6-1. As the first batter will pop that one up in the right field, and they'll be caught for the first out of the inning. So Rylan Kennedy pops out pretty quickly to start off the third inning.
32, Pickford.
So Cody Pickford is up next. He had a big RBI double in the first inning, and that first pitch misses for ball 1.
I seen
Next pitch, fouled off. Next pitch up high for ball 2. And the next pitch is in there for a strike number 2. A 2-2 count with 1 out. Pickford trying to find his way on base against Crowther, who looks a lot more comfortable on the mound than he did. Foul off to the right side, and Pickford stays alive. Next pitch, caught looking is Pickford for the second out of the inning.
Now up to bat, number 27, McCree.
Jackson McCree is up next. He had an RBI single his last time up. That'll be fouled off to the right side. Foul. McCree with a big RBI single in the first inning, capped off a 3-run inning in the first. Next pitch, swing and a miss for strike 2. In Southwest, in the first 2 innings, putting up 3 runs apiece. But Crowther doing a much better job this time out, and just 1 strike away from getting through this inning. Up high for ball 1. Next pitch by Crowther on the inside and down low for a ball 2. This will be pitch number 70 for Crowther. And pitch number 70 misses, and the count quickly gets a 3-2. And as quickly as McCree went down 0-2, he gets on base for the second time today.
Now up to bat, number 21, Bowler.
Stephen Bowler is up next. Bowler singled in the second inning. Now with a man on first, we're going to get him into scoring position or drive him home. And that first pitch, he fouled off to the wall for strike 1. Next pitch misses for ball 1. That one catches the outside of the box for strike 2. Next one just barely got a piece of that one, but he stays alive. Count stays at 1-2 at 2 outs. McCree on first. Bowler just trying to get something done here at the plate. As that one's going to be hit, but it's going to roll foul. And Bowler stays alive. Count still at 1-2. That will be hit up the middle. Will be taken by McClure, and he's going to step on second to get the 3rd out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. As Pacific Northwest will try to do his best, try to do their best at trying to fight their way through this one and try to get a couple runs across.
Did you have that only the second out? Who was the other out?
I would go talk to Chris and ask if they need anything else, but that's all they told me. All right, appreciate it. Do we copy? Hello, hello, hello?
And as we continue with the third inning, Pacific Northwest
Like he's talking that stuff out. This right here, this is the run.
will be up to bat.
What I need you to pick, y'all two to pick together, is the player of the game for each team at the end of the game.
Okay.
And getting the first hit.
Okay.
And the shortstop, number 12, is coming to pitch.
Okay. Thank you.
And 17 finished with what, 45 pitches?
As there will be a couple of changes for Southwest, and we'll get them to you as they happen. So, the switch for Southwest is that Tyler Mosley, who was playing at short, is now pitching. And switching with the pitcher, Sullivan Reed, will be going to short.
Yeah, we're gonna. He just told us we have to pick these.
I'm going to show you how to do it right on there. It'll tell us.
Okay.
All right. I'll be back. This is the third inning, right?
So Mosley now on the mound here in the third inning. So a quick pitching change by Southwest, and they're going to try to look to keep their pitchers nice and energized in these games. For Southwest, only 46 pitches thrown by Reed, 24 of those going for strikes.
For Southwest, number 12, Mosley. Now up to
Definitely
bat,
toward the end of that last inning, Reed had some trouble finding the strike zone. So bring in another pitcher. What the manager decided to do for Southwest. And now Mosley will take his first crack at his first batter. And that one will miss for ball one. So we'll see how the change works out for Southwest.
What was that, a ball?
As the next pitch misses on the outside for ball two. 2-0 count to lead off the third inning for Pacific Northwest. There'll be another ball. 3-0 count with no outs here in the bottom of the third. Nicholas Wade, who walked his first time up, is one pitch away from recreating that first inning magic that he had. Next pitch. Nice little break on that one. Finds the strike zone for strike one. Next pitch misses for ball four, and Wade will take his base over at
14,
first.
Pratt.
Caden Pratt will be up next. He struck out swinging in the first inning. But quickly, an update over between Connecticut and California. It's the end of the fourth inning, and Connecticut's lead is extended. Connecticut leads California 8-0 as they head to the top of the fifth inning. Pratt's first pitch. Look at that one for ball one. So Connecticut in firm control against California over on field 2. That game not being broadcasted on the channel today. Next pitch, a swing and a miss for Pratt. So 1-1 count. Next pitch misses for ball 2. 2-1 count. That's the next pitch by Mosley. Finds the strike zone for strike 2. 2-2 count. Wade on first. And Pratt and Pacific Northwest facing a 5-run deficit. Looking to just play some small ball. Just try to get some runs across. Swing and a miss, and Pratt's going to strike out. That's his second strikeout of the day. Both of them, he went down swinging.
Number 2, McClure.
There's Reese McClure coming up next. He flew out, which resulted in a double play his last time up. First pitch to McClure. He's going to find a strike zone for strike 1.
You got
it. Next pitch, same type of pitch. That one misses the strike zone on the outside.
1-1.
Count quickly becomes 1-1. Next pitch, same place, different call for strike 2. Mosley looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Can he get it? Yes, he will. A nice break on that one. McClure thought the ball was definitely on his way to hitting him. Ducktails away, but it falls straight into the strike zone. A beautiful pitch.
Next up to bat,
Gets him
number
looking.
22,
That is
Igniquez.
2 in a row going down as Igniquez is up next. He found his way all the way home. Last time up, he singled in the second inning and eventually scored on a pass ball. First pitch is in there for a strike. They feel Mosley way on the outside. Great job by Lee snagging that one and keeping Wade at first. And Ingles will hit that one over to Kennedy. Kennedy throws over to second. And that'll be the third out of the inning for Southwest. We're going to head to the top of the fourth inning as Southwest leads Pacific Northwest 6-1. We'll head to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we'll have more Cal Ripken Little League World Series Baseball here on CTVBeam and YouTube Live.
Mosley.
These boys have finished their all-star season through this World Series 28-0, and that came from a lot of behind tournaments. They came from behind, worked hard together. So as a team, they played hard, and that was the funnest thing in the regional tournament, is watching these kids actually fight for what they deserved to win, and they did in the end. Last year All-Star team, and 11 of these kids are returners from last year's All-Star team, and they dominated their opponents. This year we went out and got harder teams to play, and so some of those teams actually were very, very difficult, and we had to battle behind. And this team grew as 12 young men versus 12 individuals. You know, it's easy to get wrapped up into all this stuff. It's a great experience for these young men. One of the top teams in the country. Coming a long way from Washington State, but it's simple baseball, 10-year-old baseball. Play it. Well, simply put, they represent the Pacific Northwest, and I know that's not the answer you're looking for, but you know, these kids have worked so hard to get here. Like Coach McClure said, develop the friendships, and the parents have been a tremendous benefit to us. These families have put all these families throughout the entire tournament have put a lot on the line, not just cost, but the time involved with each one of these young boys. And, so I just thankful that they're down here and playing in the World Series. We haven't been a lot. We flew in, we went right to our hotel, and I think everyone fell asleep. So we haven't been able to see much of Alabama so far.
Okay, yep, we're good.
Welcome back to the Cal Ripken Little League World Series U10 between Southwest and Pacific Northwest. As
pitching for
Pacific Northwest is going to make a couple of changes.
Number 22, Igniguez. Now up to bat.
As Igniguez will be going to pitch
Number 18,
from third base over to pitcher.
You did good. You did good. The struggle is real.
So a new pitcher on the mound for Pacific Northwest. And Gavin Steinhauser is going over to first base. And that's going to move Wade over to center field. The first pitch down low for a ball. But definitely a lot of changes. So that's going to move Pratt over to left field. Next pitch, swing and a miss for a strike. A lot of changes being made, so that's going to bring Woods out of the game. The next pitch misses for ball 2. So the new lineup for Pacific Northwest: Pratt in left, Wade in center, Doherty in right. That's Igniguez's next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. At third is Woods, short is McClure, second Curtis, first Steinhauser. At the next pitch, down low for a ball. Three-two count. Next pitch, that one bounces. That will go down as a walk. A tough one for Igniguez, facing his first batter.
Now to bat, number 9, Thornton.
Shows bunt but pulls back. Ball misses the zone for ball 1. Bunt is laid down, but no play at first. It was a great bunt by Thornton. That moves May over to second. And there's now runners on first and second with no outs for Southwest.
Now up to bat, number 12, Mosley.
Kyler Mosley, he started at shortstop and is now the new pitcher for Southwest. Coming up to bat, he walked his first time up in the second inning. First pitch shows bunt, but that one's going to be fouled off. And runner should be heading back if the ball goes foul. We'll see what the call is. If he missed it and it got past the catcher, runners move, they stay. So it is a strike. No foul tip on the bunt. The runners are going to stay at second and third. So runners move over. Count is 0-1 with no outs. Next pitch is fouled off to the backstop. Quickly becomes an 0-2 count. Next pitch, that one's going to be blooped over to the right side, but won't be able to be ran down. That's Stownhauser, and the count stays at 0-2. Next pitch, that one bounces, hits Wade in the face mask, and he's not able to come up with it. Got between his legs and he lost it. And that's going to bring home Mayat. Thornton's going to move over to third, and Southwest puts another run on the board. It is now 7-1 Southwest over Pacific Northwest. Count is 1-2 to Mosley. Next pitch. On the inside, did he go around? I said that he did. And that would be the third strike of the at-bat. He goes down. It's the first out of the inning. A big one for Iniguez.
Batting number 7.
But now he's facing
Riley.
the top of the lineup in Rowan Riley. Puts down a bunt. Iniguez trying to come up with it, but he's not able to get the ball. And that's going to be a tough one for Iniguez as Thornton comes home for another run across the plate for Southwest. It's now 8-1 Southwest over Pacific Northwest on an RBI single by Rowan Riley. Manager comes out and talks to Iniguez. It's definitely been a tough first outing for him. As an update between California and Connecticut over on field 2 next to us. Bottom of the 5th inning, Connecticut with a runner on second, and they lead 9-0 over California. And that is very significant because with a runner on second, with no outs,
Now up to bat,
what a
number
base
2,
hit
Lee.
will score run number 10, and Connecticut would win over California in that scenario. First pitch, a swing and a miss for strike 1. It's Jake Lee up to bat. In the first inning, he struck out swinging. In the second inning, he came back with a big RBI double. Next pitch misses for a ball. That ball gets away from Wade. And Riley will go over to second. The count is 2-1 to Lee. That was going to be hit right to Iniguez. Throw over to first, and that will get Lee out at first. Riley will move over to third. So while Lee didn't get exactly what he wanted,
Next up
he
to
did
bat,
move the runner over.
Number 17,
He's
Reed.
always going to help out. First pitch misses on the outside for ball 1. Next pitch.
It's fine. It gets hard when people put you on
Down
the
low
spot
for a
because
ball.
They want you to tell them stuff, and like how a few times it didn't register what I hit, and so then I didn't know it didn't finish. Okay. In some ways it's good, but
Reed, who had an RBI single in the first, but he flew out in the second. Coming up to bat Fixing a 1-1 count.
Thank you.
And that one's going to miss. And a heads-up play by Southwest as Rowan Riley was watching the catcher. And as the catcher threw it back to the pitcher, neither one of them knew what was going on. And Riley comes home on a steal of home. You don't see that very often.
I don't see him right off the top of my head, but I can find him and have him call you.
So stolen base by Riley. Next pitch misses down low. The count is now 3-1. Riley, a big stolen base, comes all the way home to score, and it is now 9-1. Southwest over Pacific Northwest. Reed will hit that one over the short, long throw over, and the runner is out.
Hang on. I'm having a heck of a time hearing you.
That'll be the third out of the inning.
So what was the question?
As we'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. An update over on field 2 between California and Connecticut, and the game is over.
Inigue's pitch count was 23.
Oh yeah, I texted you a picture of it.
As Connecticut will defeat California 10-0 in 5 innings. So definitely a big showing by Connecticut, as they come through in a major way in the first game of the day, very early in the morning. Connecticut put up 10 hits on California. California only getting 2 hits, giving up 3 errors. And it was the second inning for Connecticut. That's where 5 runs come across in the second inning.
Hey, Joe.
So Connecticut defeats California 10-0.
It's great. We've
And
been
the
working on this
first,
for several years to get to this point. And actually, last year Phenix City knocked us out of the U9 in the championship game. So kids came back more determined than ever to make it to the World Series this year, and they did a tremendous job. And so we're here, and we couldn't be more proud of the parents, coaches, the community, support, and absolutely the kids. It's the World Series, so it's 16 teams. You know, anything can go. Pitching's going to have a lot to do with it. We have a lot of good pitching, but once again, this is the cream of the crop league throughout the whole country. So, you know, it's up to the boys. You know, we can only get them so far, like we tell them, and then they got to take it the rest of the way. You know, this group of kids have been playing together about 3 years, so they're a tight-knit group. They play hard together. They are always together playing. If it's not baseball, they're in the pool playing wiffle ball, chasing rabbits. I mean, they're just, you know, they don't have a lot of obstacles. I mean, on the field, you know, if the game doesn't go their way, you know, they can get down a little bit, but they usually bounce back pretty well. You know, they've been playing a good bit of competitive baseball for the last 2 to 3 years.
We're proud of them. Proud of, you know, kids, parents, coaches, everybody. Everybody's put in a lot of work. It's been hot. Of course, it's been hot here. You know how it is. So, I mean, everybody's ready to do work and win the whole thing. That's what we're here for.
the Pacific Northwest have to find a way to come back. But they also got to avoid the dreaded run rule.
Not right now, but I'm.
That will be a big factor as they head to the 5th inning after this half inning.
How's that going? Good. Feeling good? Yes, sir. Getting some good movement back? Good.
First pitch by Mosley. In there for a strike.
Preston Torres
to Curtis.
rhomboid muscle.
Oh my God, I thought you were saying something else happening.
What?
Next pitch. Hit over to first base, and that will get over Lee's head. And Curtis is going to dig for second. Nope, he's going to stay at first. A great job.
Next up to bat, number 35, Wade.
To get that ball in and cut off the runner going to second. So Curtis with a single to lead off the inning. as Wade pops that one up to the right side. Last one's gonna fall foul. Curtis on first. Wade just trying to get a couple runs here and there. Just a base hit. He's gonna pop that one way up, and that'll be caught by the pitcher Mosley for the first out of the inning.
Next up is number 17, Woods.
First pitch misses for ball one. And the next pitch was just to get out of the way of that one. Woods walked in the second inning. A 2-0 count to Woods. He'll hit that one straight over to first, and that'll be caught by Lee for the second out of the inning.
Now batting number 24, Steinhauser.
Okay.
Correction, Steinschauer.
Thank you. That was tricky.
As time is called, and Steinschauer will step back into the box. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike one.
Once they tell you.
That last one, the ball, and the ball gets away, and McRee not able to locate that one. And Curtis goes from first all the way to third, as McRee had a hard time finding and locating that ball. So 1-1 count, but there are 2 outs. Next pitch on the outside for a ball. Next pitch gets away from McRee. And Curtis is safe at home on a pass ball between Mosley and McRee. Slides in, and it's close, but he comes all the way home. And Pacific Northwest gets another run across the board. It is now 9-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Okay.
Manager coming out and giving some instructions and a nice handshake to McRee. Big coaching moment for both McRee, Mosley, and their manager. It's 3-1 count with 2 outs to Steinschauer. That one on the outside, and Steinschauer will get the first via the walk.
Now batting number 7, Doherty.
4 for 24. Good.
We have one line.
For which?
4. I'm sorry.
Oh, is running for him. Okay, I'm sorry. That's okay. So, pinch runner or courtesy runner?
No, it's a substitute.
Okay.
Looks good.
Now,
Hold on. So this is the problem with this, that I can't see.
You can't ever see where he subbed before. So.
Did
yeah.
you write it down?
He's good.
Did. So, what? He's good?
so Troy Taylor coming in at first base for Steinschauer.
Yeah.
So that was the initial change.
Yes.
So now you're subbing for a sub?
Now he's put a stop.
That is correct.
Subbing for a sub?
Correct.
Okay. Can you do that?
24
comes in for 24. I'm thinking 3, I apologize. 4 for 24. 4 comes in for 24.
So Troy Taylor coming in for Steinschauer at first. As Jordan will be coming up, he struck out looking in the second inning.
He's not questioning it. Yeah. Thank you.
As Doherty's coming up. And here comes the first pitch after that delay. Misses for a ball. McCree is able to stop that one. And Taylor is going to stay at first.
I'll show you how to do the opening ceremonies for that next game.
Next pitch. Inside. Doherty turns out of the way of that one for ball 2. That one's down low. That gets away from McCree, and Taylor on his way to second. So Taylor now on second, and it's a 3-0 count to Doherty. Next pitch, way on the inside. That is ball 4, and Doherty will take his base. That is 2 straight walks. After getting 2 outs on a
Next up, number 12.
pop out and a line out. Back-to-back walks. And now here comes Nicholas Wade. First pitch is in there on the inside for a strike. Next pitch on the outside for ball 1, as the teams that are coming up for the 2 o'clock games are arriving on the field. Ohio Valley at Pacific Southwest will be going on field 2. Next pitch is in there for ball 2. Ohio Valley at Pacific Southwest will be on field 2. That game will not be broadcasted. But North Carolina at Middle Atlantic, we will have that one here on YouTube Live at around 2 o'clock. Next pitch misses for ball 3. So fans of North Carolina and Middle Atlantic will be able to stick around and catch that game right here. Next pitch in there for a strike. The Cats now 3-2. The only game to go final so far. Connecticut defeated California 10-0 in 5 innings. Full count with 2 outs. Runners on first and second with Nicholas Wade at the plate. Now we're going to miss down low, and that is 3 straight walks from Mosley.
Now up to bat, number 14, Pratt.
And if 7 comes back in the game, he has to go back to where 4 is now.
And now Caden Pratt is up to bat. Struck out in the first and the third, both swinging. And now he gets a bases loaded opportunity. First pitch on the outside for a strike.
Whoever that kid went in for, whoever 24 subbed for?
A big moment for Pacific Northwest to stave off the run rule threat. He get a couple runs across the plate here. As Pratt will hit that one, he'll foul it off to the right side. And he is quickly in the hole, 0-2.
But they started subbing subs for subs, and then you get chains of people tied together that are burned unless somebody else comes in.
0-2, 2 outs with the bases loaded. And that one is in there for strike 3. So 1-2-3 at bat. And Pratt goes down. That's his 3rd strikeout of the day for Pratt. A tough one as we head to the top of the 5th inning, where Southwest leads Pacific Northwest 9-2. We'll take a quick break and we'll come back. We'll have more Cal Ripken World Series Little League Baseball here on CTVBeam and YouTube Live.
Hey Tide fans, I'm Sean Taylor, your host of Tide Talk, and I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some Alabama football. Season 2 of Tide Talk will deal with some serious questions swirling around the Alabama Crimson Tide program. Will the Tide regain the crown as the king of college football? Can Coach Saban do what he does best and have the boys in crimson and white remotivated and refocused? So being a guest will have the answer to all those questions and much more right here each week on Channel 7 and 207 and Season 2 of Tide Talk. Roll Tide.
It's great. We've been working on this for several years to get to this point, and actually last year Phenix City knocked us out of the U9 in the championship game, so kids came back more determined than ever to make it to the World Series this year, and they did a tremendous job, and so we're here. We couldn't be more proud of the parents, coaches, the community, support, and absolutely the kids. It's the World Series, so it's 16 teams. You know, anything can go. Pitching's going to have a lot to do with it. We have a lot of good pitching, but once again, you're playing. This is the cream of the crop, elite throughout the whole country. So you know, it's up to the boys. You know, we can only get them so far, like we tell them, and then they got to take it the rest of the way. You know, this group of kids have been playing together about 3 years, so they're a tight-knit group. They play hard together. They are always together playing. If it's not baseball, they're in the pool playing wiffle ball, chasing rabbits. I mean, they're just, you know. They don't have a lot of obstacles. I mean, on the field, you know, if the game doesn't go their way, you know, they can get down a little bit, but they usually bounce back pretty well. You know, they've been playing a good bit of competitive baseball for the last 2 to 3 years.
We're proud of.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Cal Ripken Little League World Series here on YouTube Live and CTVBeam. Hello, everybody. Jared Dole on the call for this game between Southwest and Pacific Northwest as we head to the top of the 5th inning as Southwest leads 9-2. And with the 5th inning coming around, definitely important to note the run rule can now be in effect at any moment as long as Southwest keeps a 10-run lead on Pacific Northwest. They're going to need to score 3 runs right here. And Kennedy will look to start that off. Kennedy struck out swinging in the first and popped out in the third.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it.
As Taylor, who came in for Sunshower, running for him, he will move to left field.
Now batting number 31.
Pratt is in center,
Kennedy.
Doherty in right. Kennedy up to bat for Southwest. First pitch is on the outside for a ball.
10. 10. Tell her it's an 8, not a 9.
That'll be popped up way up in the air, but LeClaire comes in, and that'll be caught for the first out of the inning.
Now batting number 1, Thompson.
You could have gave us the other half.
First pitch, down low for a ball. It's Xavier Thompson now coming in to bat. Thompson quickly finds himself up 2-0, but he'll take that one for a strike as the English continues to battle on the mound. Next pitch is in there for a strike. So as quick as it was 2-0, English gets it back to a 2-2 count with one out. As Thompson will hit that one right over LeClaire's head, and he'll get the first on a single.
Now batting number 10, Lancaster.
As another change in Hayes Lancaster coming up to bat. First pitch is in there for a called strike. With Thompson on first. Next pitch, Lancaster will foul the one off to the left side. He's down 0-2. Lancaster stands in on an 0-2 count. That one's way up high. A nice job by Wade to bring that one down. Next pitch, down low for ball 2.
He'll be okay. Mike can take it home.
That pitch misses for ball 3. And 3 straight balls gets it to a full count with one out. And Thompson's still sitting patiently at first. That was going to be hit up the middle. McClure gets it at second, steps on second, throw it to first for the double play in Pacific Northwest. Great play by McClure. And that will end the 5th inning. With that, we'll head to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have more Cal Ripken Little League World Series here on CTVBeam and YouTube Live.
If you haven't visited Kramer's Sports Bar and Grill in Phenix City, why wait any longer? Food and fun for the whole family. Take a walk on the wild side. Kramer's is your only local spot for exotic dishes such as venison sliders, frog legs, calamari, gator platter, and so much more. Of course, Kramer's delicious burgers and wings can tame anyone's appetite. Kramer's has a spacious back patio for outdoor dining. Kramer's is only 3 miles from uptown Columbus on 431 South.
Look for the big white rooster.
Hey Tide fans, I'm Sean Taylor, your host of Tide Talk, and I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some Alabama football. Season 2 of Tide Talk will deal with some serious questions swirling around the Alabama Crimson Tide program. Will the Tide regain the crown as the king of college football? Can Coach Saban do what he does best and have the boys in crimson and white remotivated and refocused? So being a guest will have the answer to all those questions and much more right here each week on Channel 7 and 207 and Season 2 of Tide Talk. Roll Tide.
Welcome back inside the Cal Ripken Little League World Series for the U10 division, as Southwest leads Pacific Northwest 9-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. With the current time being 2:22 local time here in Phenix City, Alabama. Scheduled in just under 40 minutes are the second games of the day. Happening on this field, and the game that will be broadcasted here on YouTube Live and CTVBeam will be North Carolina at Middle Atlantic. Those two teams are currently right behind me, getting ready for this game to end as they're eager to play. The game being played on Field 2 that will not be broadcasted will be Ohio Valley at Pacific Southwest, but we'll be giving those updates as they come through for that game.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong team. Okay, so
later in the day, on this field that will be broadcasted will be Southeast at Alabama.
Okay, sorry, they took my lineup. Okay.
That will be at about 5:30 Eastern time, local time.
Okay,
number 10 will be in right field.
Yep.
And then to finish off the day, it is the hometown Phenix City, Alabama team taking on Indiana at around 8 o'clock local time. Those will be the games that you have the privilege of watching here on YouTube Live and CTVBeam.
Southwest is number 34, Sheldon.
So a myriad of changes for Southwest. I will give you the now outfield and infield for Southwest. In left field will be Mayat, and center field will be Xavier Thompson. In right field will be Lancaster. Playing third will be Kennedy. The pitcher who started the game has now moved to shortstop, Reed. Lee, who was at catcher and then at first base, will now be playing at second base. Thornton's at first. Riley will be catching. And coming in to pitch for Southwest will be Colt Shelton, number 34. First pitch on the outside, but it catches the corner for strike one. Up the bat is Reese McClure as he faces the next pitch. That one misses for a ball. McClure flied out into a double play in the first inning and struck out looking in the third. Next pitch on the outside, that falls for a ball.
It's torn off.
Next pitch is fouled off to the backstop. It's a 2-2 count. Next pitch up high for ball 3.
Did you tear it off? Maybe I already did. Maybe I already did it.
And McClure's gonna hit that one into center field, and that will fall before Thompson, and that'll be a leadoff single for McClure.
Now batting number 22, Iniguez.
Sebastian Iniguez is up next. As that one's in there for strike one. Next pitch is in there for strike two. For Iniguez, he's 1 for 2 on the day. The next pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. So 1, 2, 3, and Iniguez goes down swinging for the first out of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 11, Curtis.
Karen Curtis is up next.
Easy to do.
That first pitch is a little bit on the inside for ball 1. Throw over to first, not in time. Count is 1-on-1 with 1 out. That was going to be hit in between the gap between short and third. And Curtis gets on with a single. Ball misses, throw over to third, and he is safe. So runners moving over. Runners are now at second and third. As the ball thrown in gets past the infield.
Now
the runners will advance to second and third.
Wade.
First pitch on the outside, but catches that strike zone for strike 1.
Did you eat? Oh, is that what you're just talking about?
Next pitch will be fouled off. It's 0-2 for Wade. The runners in scoring position on second and third. As Wade's going to drive that one over to left field, and it's a great catch by the left fielder. McClure tags up. And he should score. And now a little bit of confusion as it looks to see that the runner on third base did not tag up before coming home. So Pacific Northwest does not score in that play as the runner left base before the catch was made. And that'll be the third out of the inning, and that'll be the end of the 5th inning for Pacific Northwest. So a big opportunity to come up with a couple of runs falls flat on its face, and Pacific Northwest will have to go to the 6th inning.
Sheldon's pitch count was
and keep the deficit at 7 as Southwest will be coming up to look to do some damage enough to give them the run rule victory and end this game.
8 for 18.
Oh.
As we head to the
8
for 18.
6th inning. Excuse me, where 6th final inning. So time is running out for Pacific Northwest. To make and stage a comeback. As Southwest has done an amazing job, especially early in the game, of jumping out and getting to a quick lead.
Yes.
In the first, second, and 4th innings, able to score 3 runs apiece. They've put up 8 hits on Pacific Northwest. And it's been the combined pitching effort that we've seen out of Southwest, where Reed and Mosley both went 2 innings, and Shelton just finished that inning. Reed and Mosley each giving up 1 hit, 1 run, and a couple of walks, of both recording 3 strikeouts. As a team, 7 walks, 7 strikeouts for Southwest.
He's 22.
And for Pacific Northwest, it's been getting better. Unfortunately,
Thank you.
just those early runs really put them in a hole. As a combined team effort of giving up 8 hits, 9 runs, but only 6 of them earned, with 4 walks and 5 strikeouts.
For Pacific Northwest, number 17, Woods.
And so now the change for Pacific Northwest.
Batting.
It's going to be Brenton Woods.
Number 28, Martin.
So Brenton Woods is up next. The pitch for Pacific Northwest. And Martin's going to stand in the box and take his first at-bat of the day. That one's going to bounce to home plate for ball 1. Next pitch, foul it off. As we reach local time about 2:33, so less than 30 minutes. Next crop of games will begin in pool play here down in Phenix City.
Yeah.
Definitely a warm day, 94 degrees, but it feels much warmer than that around here. Next pitch, down low for a ball. Next pitch is fouled off to the backstop. 94 degrees, however, the humidity around 45. It feels like 101 down on the field. Next pitch will be grounded over the short throw, and Martin grounds out to short.
Now batting number 8, Wood.
Jace Wood coming up to bat next for Southwest. First pitch on the outside for a called strike. The next one misses for a ball. So Woods versus Wood here between Pacific Northwest and Southwest.
Chrissy's going to be going to get Addie and Brooklyn to make sure the dogs are
Now it's on the outside and down low. The count is now 3-1. Got out to the backstop. Count is full with 1 out. And a Pacific Northwest team that's only a mere couple outs away from dropping the first game of the day. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Woods
Next up to bat,
quickly
number 9,
with 2 outs.
Thornton.
Thornton up to bat. Here comes the first pitch. He'll foul that one off to the left side. Tries to hold off on that one. However, the ball finds the bat on its own. It's 0-2. Next ball bounces to the plate. The first ball of the at bat. Next pitch down low for a ball.
And then only so many teams go
So, next pitch in there for strike 3. Got him looking. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Pacific Northwest, as they're going to head to the bottom of the 6th inning and just try to make the best out of what they got.
Hold on.
I did, but she's trying to update the book.
Woods. Number 17's pitch count is 17. Wood.
Number 17.
As we get
Wood's
ready.
Pitch count is 17.
8 that came in the just hit. He's gonna go to right field.
Okay.
And the right fielder, number 10, is going to left field.
10's going to left field. Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry.
Have your player of the games pretty much picked up?
Not yet.
Okay. You have those 2 pins. I'll take them on me right now.
Okay, and then, yes, we'll...
And the 2 cards for them. And I'll have those.
Coming up next at 3 o'clock local time here on CTVBeam YouTube Live will be North Carolina against Middle Atlantic. So those 2 teams will be squaring off, and that game will be broadcasted live. For Pacific Southwest and Ohio Valley, that game will not be broadcasted, but we will be giving live updates as the game happens right next to us. As Southwest continues to warm up on their side. As taking a look at Southwest and what they got coming up, tomorrow they got to play a great Connecticut team that got a 10-win victory over California. Tomorrow, they're going to be one of the first games up at 12:30. That game will not be broadcasted tomorrow. For Pacific Northwest, for them, they'll be playing California here on Field 1. So Pacific Northwest will be playing, and that game will be broadcasted live here on YouTube and CTVBeam against California. So a West Coast battle between a team from Washington and the team representing the state of California. That will kick off tomorrow's slew of broadcasts. Coming at the bat now is the new pitcher now batting in Woods. As he'll take a couple swings of the bat. Chilton only throwing 15 pitches so far. Woods 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch misses for ball 1.
Unless you're taking him home.
I'm taking him home. This game's over.
Next pitch in there for a strike. Woods walked in the second inning, but then lined out in the fourth. Next pitch misses for a ball. Next pitch misses down low for ball 3. As Woods will pop the one in the center field and just falls right between Thompson and Wood. Ball thrown in. And Shelton able to locate that one. And Woods only able to get to first base.
Next up to bat, number 4, Taylor.
But it's his first hit of the day. Now Troy Taylor. First pitch is Taylor. Ball almost gets away from the catcher. It's Taylor's first at bat of the day. Next pitch misses for a ball. Next pitch is hit over in the right field. And Taylor coming through big in his first at-bat of the day.
Now batting number 7, Doherty. Did I get it right? Cool.
Okay. Good job. I know. If you think about it too hard, you can just.
First pitch misses for a ball. As Woods now on second. Taylor on first. On back-to-back singles. As Doherty is 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking in the second. And walked in the fourth. A look to get a base hit, much needed base hit. to either get the bases loaded or even bring home a run from second. Next pitch misses for ball 2.
Unless you just want to have Beth go over there and then I can do over here. Well, she might have to start that game, or you. Sorry.
Next pitch up high for ball 3. And quickly Sheldon's found himself in a tight spot. That one will be hit over to first. First baseman steps and tags. And that will be a double play. A great heads-up play by Thornton at first. Able to scoop that one up, tag first, and then tag Woods, who was not able to make it at third on time.
Now batting number 12, Wade.
And so now, the final hope for Pacific Northwest. First pitch, down low for a ball, is Nicholas Wade. Who walked all 3 times he's been up today. In the first, third, and fourth. Next pitch is in there for a strike. It's a 2-1 count, next pitch. Up high for ball 3. Next pitch misses down low for ball 4. And Wade
Now up to bat, number 14,
with his 4th walk of the day. And now Caden Pratt's coming up. He's 0 for 3 on the day, striking out, swinging in the first and third inning, and looking in the fourth.
Yes? Okay.
So definitely don't want to end this day with 4 strikeouts. And runners on first and second. He was do his best to try to bring home a couple of runs. First pitch to Pratt. He'll hit that one over to second. Flick over to the shortstop. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. And that is also going to end the game. And with that, the first game of the day is over as Southwest will defeat Pacific Northwest 9-2. And a great game. And for Southwest, a great showing by their bats early in the game, getting 3 runs almost every inning. But Pacific Northwest in their pitching showing up and putting together a great showing. Final score, Southwest defeating Pacific Northwest 9-2. As the next game coming up will be North Carolina at Middle Atlantic. That game will be starting off in approximately 30 minutes as they go and fix up the field. Pacific Southwest and Ohio Valley will be kicking off on field 2. That game will not be broadcasted. We'll be giving updates as it goes along. Congratulations to Southwest for winning the first game of the day. We'll be back in about 30 minutes for North Carolina at Middle Atlantic.
It's great. We've been working on this for several years to get to this point, and actually last year Phenix City knocked us out of the U9 in the championship game, so kids came back more determined than ever to make it to the World Series this year, and they did a tremendous job, and so we're here. We couldn't be more proud of the parents, coaches, the community, the support, and absolutely the kids. It's the World Series, so it's 16 teams. You know, anything can go. Pitching's going to have a lot to do with it. We have a lot of good pitching, but once again, you're playing. This is the cream of the crop, elite throughout the whole country. So you know, it's up to the boys. You know, we can only get them so far, like we tell them, and then they got to take it the rest of the way. You know, this group of kids have been playing together about 3 years, so they're a tight-knit group. They play hard together. They are always together playing. If it's not baseball, they're in the pool playing wiffle ball, chasing rabbits. I mean, they're just, you know, they don't have a lot of obstacles. I mean, on the field, you know, if the game doesn't go their way, you know, they can get down a little bit, but they usually bounce back pretty well. You know, they've been playing a good bit of competitive baseball for the last 2 to 3 years.
We're proud of them. Proud of, you know, kids, parents, coaches, everybody. Everybody's put in a lot of work. It's been hot. Of course, it's been hot here. You know how it is. So, I mean, everybody's ready to do work and win the whole thing. That's what we're here for.
If you haven't visited Kramer's Sports Bar and Grill in Phenix City, why wait any longer? Food and fun for the whole family. Take a walk on the wild side. Kramer's is your only local spot for exotic dishes such as venison sliders, frog legs, calamari, gator platter, and so much more. Of course, Kramer's delicious burgers and wings can tame anyone's appetite. Kramer's has a spacious back patio for outdoor dining. Kramer's is only 3 miles from uptown Columbus on 431 South.
Look for the big white rooster.